this?
Talking Guys, episode 54. Patrick has a voice for radio, Seth has a dick for porn, and I just have a microphone that I keep moving. So this is where we're at.
Hey,
Wow.
I guess I got a
Thank you.
promotion.
So what happened, Pat, whenever she told you that?
I don't know. I was checking her out, and she was like, you know, you have a voice that should be on the radio. It's like, okay, well, thank you, appreciate it.
This is while you're at work.
Nice.
I mean, I do use my like customer service voice, so it's a little bit more polished than maybe per se when I'm just like talking to somebody. I don't know.
Hey, which voice do we get from you now?
I'm assuming that you jumped that immediately into my voice is on YouTube and then got her to subscribe, right?
I doubt it.
No,
Wow,
No.
dude.
no.
Wow.
That's how you plug, but you
You always got to plug.
Well,
I plugged
Seth knows
today.
all
I
about
plugged
plugging.
both my Twitch and YouTube today. So expect
Wow.
another subscriber.
Okay. I mean, hey, you do you.
Pat, was this while you were at work?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
It's I don't know. The thing is, right, is that, like you get used to saying the same things, right? So I feel like,
comment and subscribe.
yeah, so it's like since I say the same like general thing, even if it's mixed up, it's still the same general like concept every time like I say hi to somebody, I'm checking them out, whatever,
pleasure.
right? Right, exactly. So you get to the point where you're like a well-oiled machine. Like I do it without even thinking anymore. Like half the time I don't even have to really like pay attention. I'm like an automated machine almost. So my voice is just like polished to the dime.
So what
I'd be
you're
like,
saying is you're like on cruise control.
yeah, I'm just on cruise, and sometimes it's so bad because I've cruise controlled so hard on it, that I'll say like the wrong thing to what they say occasionally because they'll like mix it up and like throw me a left hook and I wasn't expecting it, and say something that like you normally wouldn't say when you're like leaving or whatever, and I'll be like, I'll just be like, you have a good one too, and like that's not the proper response, but it's like I'm so used to them just saying like, okay, good day, and you're like, oh yeah, you have a good one too, or whatever it is. You just get so I don't know. Do you guys
Automated
have that?
response.
Do you have that, or am I just crazy?
I try and keep each of my interactions genuine and unique.
Uh
So I create a personal relationship with every single person who comes into my store.
huh. You do that, Will?
With where I work, I don't have a lot of interaction with people.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, but I've been there though. When I worked at Dollar General, working the front end a lot, you but you can get into a routine where, like Patrick said, you just kind of like automated responses. Same person comes in each day at the same time. You say the same exact thing to them, and he buys the same exact things. Trash bags, some rope, duct tape. It just
Why does he keep buying that every day?
I don't know.
I mean, get a bigger box of trash bags.
Yeah, and then like bleach. Sometimes he'll buy like a big bottle of bleach. And then
These are all essential
sometimes-
household items.
Yes, yeah. Zip ties. He'd buy zip ties sometimes too.
Never know when you need
Okay.
A
those.
hose. Once he bought a hose. Some gardening shears during the summertime.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
So yeah, it was. Yeah,
Just your regular run-of-the-mill neighborhood serial killer coming in every day.
That's what that was.
Hey,
Yeah,
serial
yes.
killers need to shop too, okay?
Right, red flag, and he goes to Dollar General because he thinks it's going to be less conspicuous because nobody
Yeah.
like goes to Dollar General, right?
Actually, so I left Dollar General years ago, and I've never been back since. Well, I lied. I've been back probably 3 times over the last. I left in was it 2016? 2016, so 6 years ago. Yeah, just about 6 years ago.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
That's when I left
year
Texas.
What year is it?
2021.
Okay, I don't know. COVID's got me all, just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I'm gonna
halfway
blame it on
through
that.
2021. Where did this year go?
Yeah,
I don't know.
5 years ago is back in April 2016 is when I left. Anywho, like 2 months after I left, they were robbed at gunpoint.
Was it you?
Dodged a bullet.
Was it you?
Not on air.
There was a guy that would come in
Just
all the time and
blink
buy.
twice if it was you.
I think he only blinked once. So
I
what
only
does
saw
that mean?
once, but he's gonna have to blink again at some point.
Nope.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you just blinked.
I
Gotcha.
did. No one was hurt as far as I was aware. But yeah, the cashier, from what I've been told, guess the guy came in late in the evening, stuck a gun up to him and said, you're gonna give me the money. So
And he got a whole $20.
pretty much. Well, no, the tills I think were what we use $100, 150. I was between 100 and 150 is what we'd have for the till, and then every oh geez, was it every $200 you're supposed to do a drop, and they would get slotted into like a timed safe, which I think a 9-minute delay. So yeah, we actually used to time it to where when we close, we would set the alarm or set the safe alarm. No, not alarm, but like set it off, right? And it would beep every so often to let you know that it's on its countdown. And we would set it 9 minutes before we close. So right as we close, we run to the door, lock both sets of doors, and then run back to the safe as it's beeping, and then I open it. Management didn't like that. They said it was unsafe, and so I don't know. To me, it was to expedite the process, and we would get out of there sooner. But they made us set it after we closed. So
Damn.
yeah, that store on a good day would do $2,500, $3,000 in cash on a Saturday.
Not that much.
Yeah,
I mean, the line of work we're in pulls in a lot, so it's not really.
Hey, where I'm
that's
at now,
something
they'll do $500,000 on Saturday and Sunday alone. So,
I could believe that. I could believe
oh
that.
my gosh, yeah, but robbing
Yeah.
a Dollar General, man, that's nuts. It's
I
like
think
what
like
was that
mom
guy
and pop
2 weeks ago
stores.
that robbed a McDonald's.
I mean, robbing those kind of places is like the adult equivalent of stealing lunch money. Like, really not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Did y'all by any chance see that video of the guys that like were cash in transit and somebody tried to like rob them? No? Damn, it's been going around
I haven't been on
YouTube
I
this
haven't been
week.
on social media.
This sounds like a plot to a movie.
Yeah, no, this like ex special forces guy, like he
Of course.
South
Definitely a movie.
he's in South Africa, and him and this dude, I guess, drive like cash in transit. So they're like basically like Brinks drivers. Like, okay, so they're in like bulletproof vehicle. Well, out there it's like really dangerous to drive those. So it's like most of the people that do it are like hardcore like ex-military guys, because the police are so crooked and stuff that you can't even expect them to help you. So like you have to be pretty like hardcore, And he's driving this thing, and I guess he notices this vehicle, and they try and stop in front of him and stop him. So he swerves, dodges them. They start shooting at his vehicle while he's trying to dodge them. The bulletproof glass is like shattering everywhere, like the big like shatter from the impacts of the bullets. But obviously, it's not like completely shattering. But you can like it's like making it to where you can't even see through the glass because they're shooting so many bullets into this cash in transit, and he's driving all over the place, and he's like telling his buddy like, hey, call Jimmy, not even call the police. Like, call Jimmy. Apparently, Jimmy's a badass, and they were like, get Jimmy here, and we'll have a
Jimmy's on his
chance.
way.
Um, and then he like dodges them for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then finally he like gets the truck, I think, stuck somehow, doing some maneuver, and so he just like grabs the M16 out of his partner's hand, and it's like, all right, screw it, and he just like whips the door open and like goes out with the gun, and apparently they like ran off when he came out with the gun and
No,
gave up.
what really happened is Jimmy was on the roof of the vehicle. And Jimmy just drops in out of nowhere, and they're like, "Yeah, we out."
Yeah,
This
but
actually, you're right. Yeah, I'd seen the story, but it was a trailer for the next Fast and Furious movie, right?
oh my god.
Is Jimmy the Rock or Vin Diesel?
No, it's his brother played by John Cena.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care. I really, at this point, I don't
Mm.
care how crazy these movies get. I will go see every single one of them because
No.
it's just ridiculous. Yes.
I don't think I
I
saw the
would
last
probably
one.
keep watching them if they changed the name. Like, it's no longer the Fast and the Furious. Just, you can keep the same cast, whatever you want to do, but call it something else. This is not the same movie series. It has changed completely. This is more like the Expendables. Like,
They brought back Han.
awesome. Han is
Somehow.
great. Han is great.
Han died. Okay.
No, apparently not.
Maybe they went back in time, or who knows? I don't know, dude.
I do like that they've got who was the guy from Tokyo Drift? The country
Han.
guy.
No, the country guy.
He
The
was the
what?
main guy.
The like
White guy.
country hick white dude.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking.
Yeah,
I don't know names. Like, I'm lucky if I know my family's name. Okay.
Yeah, he's.
Wow.
I only
the
know
old
your
guy.
names because it's below your pictures.
Walker.
Oh,
no,
hey. Speaking of which, this is off topic, but I just wanted to toot my own horn again. Today, I got told that I had a nice accent. Because there was these two ladies and they were buying stuff and they had like, accents. I was like, "Where are y'all from?" Because you're obviously not from around here,
You're supposed to
Um,
guess, not ask.
and they're like, "Oh, we're from Chicago." It's like we get this all the time. I don't even think I really have an accent, but like, I'm like, "Well, I don't have an accent, obviously." And they're like, "No, no, no, you have an accent. You have a really good accent." And I was like, "Oh, well, thank you, thank you." And then
Ugh.
and then they left, and I, was like, "Wow, appreciate it."
You didn't get a
Thank
phone
y'all.
number.
Nah, I don't think they're my type.
They were like 50.
One of them was older, one of them was mid 30s, I would say. I couldn't tell.
Either way, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Southern accent. Just not for me. Like, of all the different accents that I hear, and I'm like, yeah, Southern doesn't usually get it. Like, talked to a girl the other day, and she had like huge Southern drawl, and I'm just like, yeah, this is a lot less attractive.
I feel like it's only attractive if you just have it a little bit, right? If you go too extreme on any of them, whether it be a more northerner accent or any kind of accent, if it's too extreme, right, then it's not attractive anymore because it's like hard to understand them. But if you just have that little southern twang in your speech, that's when people really like it. But like if you're like straight British and nobody can
Hey,
tell what
there's
you're
nothing
saying,
wrong with British.
or
Okay, the
straight
British have a
Southern.
great accent. All right.
I got this Southern gentleman that comes in and he talks so fast, but it's so slurred in like Southern drawl that you can barely even tell what the dude. Like literally, he spoke to me for like 3 minutes. I couldn't even understand half of what he was saying.
Sure, he wasn't intoxicated.
No, 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 he's not. He's like a farmer guy, and
Are you sure you weren't intoxicated?
he talks to anybody that comes through. He got Jenna the other day instead of me, and she was like, "Oh my gosh." Like, yeah,
Not this
huh?
guy.
Yeah, uh-huh. And he just keeps talking. So,
Well, I
I
think
don't
with the
know.
British thing, you've got like proper English, and then you've got, I guess, the slang that a lot of them use. But I mean, the British
The
accent.
American language is a slang of English.
like Cockney, and you got regular British.
I don't know. You know, I just think like the Kingsman, right? For y'all seen the movie?
Yeah.
Which
You don't like
You didn't
the
like that
Kingsman?
movie?
disappointed. It
We're
felt like
talking about
it felt like
talking about
a different version of that Agent Cody Banks movie back in the day.
we're
It
talking
was
about
like
the
very
No, it
very
was
purple,
childish.
right?
Very
it was
childish.
definitely better than Agent Cody Banks. Oh
I
my
don't know.
gosh,
Very
that thing was
childish.
so corny. I thought the first Kingsman movie was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely a little immature, like for more like
and
young
I mean, I feel
adulty.
like I could have scripted it identical. Like if I'm just writing down why they're going, like this happens, and this happens, and this happens. That
But
type of movie.
isn't that like half, like probably 80%? I'm not even gonna be nice and say half. 80% of all movies are like that nowadays. I mean, the
So,
Avengers, 100% scripted. You know what was gonna happen from the beginning.
yeah, but
All the
it
superhero
had
movies.
comedic relief.
But I guess
Guardi-
my point was okay. So you've got Colin Firth playing Harry Hart, right?
Sure.
And then is it Taron Egerton plays Eggsy?
yeah, I don't
Their
know.
level of proper English is different, right? Those are the two examples. Harry Hart is more traditional James Bond kind of suave English. He speaks with the proper dialect, and then you've got Eggsy who's the complete opposite, and he's a lot more loose with the way he speaks, the words he says. So
Yeah.
that was my example, was just the fact that if you talk about Britain's in the English, the level, I guess you could compare it to different accents here with whether you've got more of a northern or a southern accent.
I mean, I definitely think that the more formal is sounds better to hear, to listen to, right? Whenever you
Oh yeah.
start getting into slang or drawl, it's like it can sound good, but it also can be very hard to understand people depending on how used to hearing it you are, you know,
It's funny because in both instances, usually people that use the proper
are smarter too.
pronunciations. I was gonna say their
Yeah.
teeth. You can just look at their teeth usually, and that's here and there too.
That's true though.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
their
You
teeth
you
and their
you
teeth
get
will
you,
be falling out and stuff, and you're like, dang, okay,
well, no,
man.
I mean, am I correct if you look at like a really southern hick, right? Usually they've got a really strong accent. Usually their teeth aren't in the best of shape.
Yeah,
So
because a
they
lot
chew
of them
that
dip.
tobacco,
Yeah, they
Probably.
dip and
and
ruin
then
their gums.
maybe the meth too.
Probably the meth. Yeah.
I always
Jeez.
think it's disturbing when you'll like see somebody and like they take care of themselves otherwise, and you'll see their teeth, and it's just like they have black in between, right where their gums are, and their teeth are merging. Like, you don't brush your teeth ever, my dude, or like,
I
what do
mean,
you do? It's always
you can
guys that
still
do
get
this
gum
too.
disease and stuff like that. Like brushing your teeth is not the end all be all, or flossing.
Yeah, but I mean, you could argue that with chewing tobacco, especially, you gotta
Yeah,
get your snuff. Like I said, that's usually where it's kept, right? It's like inside the gum area,
yeah,
and that isn't that where they're like absorbing most of it's through is through the gums. I've never chewed tobacco before. I never
yeah.
I
It
smoked.
don't.
tears your gums up. Yeah. Both my uncles had to have reconstructive surgery, inside their mouth because they dipped so much that it ruined their lips.
All right, cool. Can I just say for the record
Hmm.
that people that spit in cups without lids, that's disgusting. Because
It's.
I
Have you ever dipped?
no, I haven't, but I've seen and
My
I've
dude,
smelled.
it's
No,
disgusting to begin with. Like
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
so you
tastes
like you
awful.
see this Coke bottle, right? I can't drink past here unless I start from here. Thanks to my dad, because he used to dip and he would spit in a Coke bottle. So if I see it like down here, it just grosses me out. So if it's like this full and I just chuck it all, that's fine. But if I'm just like sipping and it gets down to here, I throw it away. Like
yeah. especially like because people they'll spit in like solo cups. It's just
Yeah.
or they leave even if they spit in a bottle, and they have the courtesy to put the lid back on, but then they leave it on the counter or something for a couple of days. It's like, no, that's not courteous. That's disgusting. Throw that away.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm sure we
I
all have disgusting habits.
no. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Like my disgusting habit is I clean up after myself. It's horrible.
Oh.
Um
Jeez.
yeah, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but if I did have one, it would probably be just being messy, leaving lots of clutter around,
That's
just in
why he
general.
comes in the corner of his room. You don't want to see the rest of it, guys.
It's really not that bad right now, but yeah, it's like it gets worse and then it gets better and then it gets worse again.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
I wouldn't
constant fight.
say the disgusting part is the fact that you're messy. That's just chaotic. It is like it's when you leave like dishes for months. That's when it gets disgusting. And I was just like, oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
his petri dishes.
I don't know what that
Petri.
means.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
are no peach trees in our house.
petri, like mold.
Uh,
Like you live a cup long enough and it starts growing
Yeah,
mold.
yeah.
Right?
Like I've left some cups before with like soda, like a little bit of soda at the very bottom, you know. Yeah, that's usually what it is.
Yeah.
mold
When I get
grows
really rich,
fast.
I'll hire a maid and then she'll do it all for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If I get that rich, I
That.
just have weekly Amazon deliveries of dishes. I just throw the other stuff away.
Oh
Yeah,
my
but then you still
god.
have to clean them up though, right?
No, you just toss them in the trash.
So do y'all prefer using the reusable or the disposable plates and cups?
I use reusable.
It's cheaper that way,
Um.
right?
Yeah, I mean you just
Well,
gotta do
hang on.
dishes.
Could you argue using the water because you have to pay for water? It's the utility that you have
Yeah,
to.
it's a minuscule amount
Is it
compared to
compared like if
showering
you run?
and laundry and stuff like that. Like,
Are we talking minuscule? And there goes my camera. Are we talking minuscule like when you run the dishwasher, right?
yeah, I mean, it uses water, but if you stopped running your dishwasher, I don't feel like you'd see a whole lot on your water bill. Especially since a water bill is like generally, my experience is like 20 to 40 at most. And that 40 is insane. So like even if you cut it off, like and you save maybe $5 a month, like you're gonna spend more than that on plastic.
But what about the time that you save?
What, by going disposable?
Yeah.
How are you using that time?
You go to
So,
the store to buy the disposable plates and
well,
silverware.
you're already gonna go to the store because you buy food, so you're not really
No,
wasting any
you
time.
actually you just you use a thing called
And honestly, if I was gonna go disposable, I would buy it off Amazon and have it delivered. Obviously,
no,
Yeah,
just
but
use Postmates and use code the Talking
because
Guys
you would
for
get a better deal
on the
off of it.
first order. Right, we're
Wow.
sponsored by Postmates.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
cool. Why not? Maybe I should download the app then. Yikes.
Yeah, just have everything delivered to you, right?
I mean, listen, if I didn't feel bad about it, I would totally use disposable just all the time. But I feel bad about it because I feel like it's a waste of materials. Really. Because water you rinse with water, it's like, whatever. The water's going to get reused eventually. If you use disposable, I mean, the majority of it is made out of some type of material, and then a lot of times it's not going to get recycled and turned back
I was
into
very
plates again.
scientific. Scientific. It's made of some sort of material. Yes,
Well,
it is.
Well,
Yes,
mostly
it
it's
is.
made of.
Most
mostly
things
it's
are.
trees. Mostly it's trees, but
Or
they
styrofoam.
have different stuff nowadays that they've been using and making like recyclable, reusable stuff. So maybe it could get reused. So if I could find ones that but then the thing is if you don't recycle it properly, it's still getting thrown in with the rest of the trash, which is going to some landfill,
Yeah,
and
but
it's
most of it's
bad.
biodegradable, though. I think it even
Yeah,
states that on the packaging that the majority of
yeah.
the disposable
Yeah, but
utensils
I'm
and
a firm believer in like your laziness should not like cost things. Like it's not it shouldn't cost the planet. Shouldn't like just fucking wash a dish. Like
yeah, but I mean, could you make the argument that you running the dishwasher affects the environment?
it does, but not as much as throwing away. Let's say you eat 3 times a day like a normal human being. That's 21 plates, 21 forks
I
a
just
week.
wash my disposable plates in the dishwasher.
Yeah, but I mean, to counterpoint
that
Seth,
doesn't help anything.
to counterpoint Seth's argument though, like think about all the fast food we buy and all the shit that you throw away through that, all the food we buy, all the things that we throw away through that, all the packaging, the boxes, ordering from Amazon, you're throwing away cardboard boxes all the time.
I keep
Like,
those,
does
and
it really,
I'm making a
would it
food out of them.
really make a significant difference if you used
Yes.
plates or not?
Yes, because even if you cut one of those things
Because you
back a
would
week, you
save
are
time.
making a difference. No one gives a damn about your time. Because again, what are you using that time for?
You could use that time to go make a difference.
Time is
What are
valuable,
you using
right?
that time for? If you're using that
Seth,
time to cure
Plant
a
trees,
disease, even like work or
pick up
something, make
litter.
money, pick up litter,
Yeah,
sort
that's what you use
sort
the time for.
sort recyclables and non-recyclables. I mean, something like that. Then sure, all right. But if you're using it so you can go watch a TV show or something, then just wash the damn dish.
but it's like your finite time. You only get so much before it's gone. So it is extremely
If
precious
yeah,
and
but
you
if
can't
you're
get it
not
back.
utilizing it to help anything, then you might as well use it on the
Okay,
dishes.
so, but say you're worth,
I know what I'm worth.
um, you make a lot of money, okay, right? So your hourly wage is a lot. Am I going to spend time doing something that somebody else could do for me to save me time so I can spend my time doing other things,
Are you paying
whether
someone
that
to
be
wash your
making
dishes now?
money, yeah, or
Well,
or
then that's fine
being
because you're still
conservative
not
with your
using the
money,
papers and stuff.
or just being even more conscious and just using reusable plates that you can throw away, I mean,
Wait, a reusable plate that you throw away.
That's what he said.
not reusable, non-reusable plates that you throw away, you just toss it. The thing is though, your utensils. So like knives and fork, that's plastic normally,
Just
and
use your hands. You
spoons.
eat everything with your hands.
Yeah. So maybe we need to come up with a system that is a biodegradable like cup, like saucer thing where you can just like drop it into your mouth, and then you don't have to use a fork anymore.
Well, you saw that with water bottles, right? Like
And
they
then
are.
you don't have to wash dishes. And you get the comfort of not having to throw away plastic, which is ruining the environment. And you're just, you got your little recycle bin. You throw it into this recycle bin after every use, saving the planet, saving time. It's the best of both worlds.
Actually, no, you talk about that, but
It literally takes like 15 seconds to wash a plate and a fork, and that's
oh,
going extra. Yeah, it takes less than that if you use it immediately and don't let it crust. Like
I'd read an
That's
article a
true.
couple of years ago, probably about 2 years ago now, and to Patrick's point, there, it's actually what they designed is a water bottle. Well, not a water bottle, but a way to transfer water and then still have it where it's drinkable, right? The biggest thing right now, I think, is companies with the plastic bottles because that's the biggest uneco-friendly system that I guess is out there right now is plastic bottles, which is why everyone pushes for reusable bottles. Bring your
Plastic
own
bottles
bottle.
and plastic bags.
Yeah, and this company had come up with an idea of what if we had taken I think it was like a thin leaf or like a plant and they're able to contain water in it. Almost look, and I'd seen images of it. It looks similar to the Tide Pods. And what you would do is you would basically just consume it, and the container that it was shipped in would dissolve naturally I guess, in your body. So it's not something you had to puncture. It was just basically like a little capsule that you would eat. But I don't think it was approved just with the amount of money that would have been required to have this idea go into actual production. But it was something they had talked about. As I thought that was just kind
Interesting.
of strange that Patrick had, brought something similar to it's like, what if you had like this thing that you could just basically eat and it contained like the water inside of it. But yeah, I think it's just the
Watermelon.
no.
It's like
That's every fruit, Seth.
I think it's
Well,
important to be
watermelon's like 90% water
efficient
or whatever it
with
is.
life, and everything that you do, you have to be efficient. So sometimes it's like it might make more sense to wash it or not. It just depends on your lifestyle and and how busy you are.
Yeah,
So
and
Actually,
actually, like, because I watched a show about it, and like, well, about a bunch of different things, but one of them was about water, or one of the episodes was about water, and in Paris, it is almost impossible. It might actually be impossible. I'm not 100% sure to get bottled water, like plastic bottled water. Like, but what they do is the city provides filtered great water available to everyone all over the place. Like, there's just like water filling stations everywhere. And so you take your bottle and you just fill it up whenever you want.
I wonder how COVID's affected that.
I
Because
don't know.
most at least here,
well,
most
COVID was a
public
hoax, anyways. Obviously, it
most
wasn't
public
real. So
water stations, like water fountains, are closed.
Well, I
Pretty
don't
sure
think
over
it
here.
really would have affected much because places like France, Europe, like actually shut down the way America might have probably should have done or not done anything either or instead of their half-ass whatever. And anyways, but they like actually so people weren't out and about getting from the water fountains. They were staying at home trying to stop the spread
Yeah.
or
you heard
continuing.
they said that if you get the vaccine, you're gonna be able to go maskless now.
Yeah, did you hear about the guy who went into the military gas chamber for the little drill and didn't wear his mask because he had been vaccinated? Didn't work for him.
Really? That's so dumb, dude.
Ah,
Why would he do? Why would he do that?
didn't
Yeah,
actually
you
happen.
know what else is
I'm
done,
kidding.
Patrick?
Hmm.
So detectives with the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department took to a popular metro area Facebook group Tuesday with a plea to help identify a theft suspect. It says this one's a whopper and it didn't take too long to put a name to his face. In the post, police said officers are following up on an ID theft case from last summer. They believe the suspect had used a stolen identity to purchase a $58,000 Ford Explorer from a Ford dealership on July 23rd, 2020. However, the suspect made it slightly easier to follow his trail because he posted a photo with his new purchase at the dealership. Police made the post in the Stolen KC group, which is, I guess, a Facebook group, which helps spread word about thefts in communities across the metro area. They followed up a short time later with a post on Twitter. Turns out the suspect made it really easy to follow his trail, and they were able to identify him. They said the man is already in custody in Kansas on different charges, and they'll be following up with local prosecutors for charges in this case as well. His identity has not been released. So this guy steals a ID and then uses that to purchase a $58,000 Ford Explorer.
How does that work though?
And
Because
then
don't you need to give your social and stuff like that to him?
I would assume with that he probably stole someone's
Like your
social to give
credit
it in.
checks and everything have to go through.
Well, I would imagine
I don't
that
know.
along with, I mean, he stole someone's ID, which I'm guessing is probably their social security number as well.
How? They must be extra dumb.
Um, well, all right. So two things. I'm gonna answer for what Will's saying because they stole their identity, which almost always includes social, birth certificate, like the electronic versions. Um, but then also I can't tell you how many people I've seen who like open their wallet to pull out their ID or something, and you see their social security card in there too. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, really, if you take someone's wallet, there's a great chance you have their entire identity.
Yeah, so for those that are watching or listening right now, please do not carry your social security card around with you.
Not a great
That's
idea.
one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah, I learned
Uh,
that the hard way.
It's a very
yeah,
important idea.
recommend if you're able to get like a safe. If you're living in an apartment or a house or something, and leave it in the safe along with other documentations that are legal documents.
Yeah, that way when I break in, I can take the whole safe. And it's all there.
Mine's locked inside a safe
Impact.
that's locked inside my gun safe. Go for it. Carry that out with you.
Actually, he'll help you carry it out too.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't mind me while I open this door while we're carrying it.
Well, you got time, I got another story for you guys. It says Miami Beach woman charged and ordered to stay away from a local high school after police say she trespassed the school and pretended to be a student. According to police, it all started when 28-year-old Audrey Nicole Francis Keeney, a Carnival Cruise Line employee who works in sales, entered American Senior High School in Miami on Monday. That is when security confronted her, but she portrayed herself to security as a student and stated that she was looking for the registration office. However, instead of walking to the office, she walked straight past it down a hallway, confronting multiple students as they were trying to enter a classroom. Upon this confrontation, she allegedly stopped them from entering said classroom and prevented them from entering the class. That is when school security confronted her for a second time. This time, however, she refused to stop for school security entirely, and security notified the school administration of a potential threat on the school campus. Once Frances Keeney witnessed the number of school officials who began surrounding her, she began walking towards an exit door and out onto the facility parking lot, which ultimately led her towards the street. When police began yelling commands at her to stop, she ignored them and walked off the school property. Later on, police analyzed surveillance footage and came to the conclusion that the entire incident had been pre-planned by Frances Keeney. Footage showed that she not only dressed up like a student on purpose, but as she was preventing the students from entering the classroom, she was simultaneously handing them pre-printed pamphlets with her social media username on the flyers. Once officials were able to locate her through her social media page, driver's license, she was arrested at her Miami Beach home on Monday, May 10th, and taken into custody without incident with the assistance of North Miami Beach police. According to police, when they began telling her which charges were filed against her, she told them she wanted to show them a video she recorded on her cell phone while at the school during the incident. Police state the video correlates exactly with the report. As of Tuesday afternoon, she's been ordered to stay away from the high school, and she appeared at a bond hearing Tuesday morning. She was charged on 3 counts: one for burglary of an occupied dwelling with a bond of 15, one for trespassing an educational institution with a bond of 500, and one for resisting an officer without violence to his person with a bond of 1,000. All for social media likes.
I mean, let's all go give her a follow. That way it won't be for nothing.
I feel like it seems a little bit excessive. They should have just been like trespassing and like
Oh, you can't
trespassing and then get her with the,
No.
not complying with an officer's orders when she's obviously up to no good.
No, you can't.
Burglary?
You can't
No.
She said it wasn't actual burglary. It was another word for trespassing, basically.
It says one for burglary. Thanks, Pat. One for burglary of an occupied dwelling.
So she stole a dwelling with people in it.
One for burglary of an occupied dwelling with a bond of 15,000.
See what I'm saying? Like that doesn't even
It's
make
just
sense. Like what did
trespassing,
she take?
She didn't. Burglary of an occupied dwelling.
Right here, Google
It's not
says
theft.
when a person enters an occupied Florida dwelling without permission from the owner with the intention of committing a crime, then burglary of an occupied dwelling has occurred. So it's something, I guess it's a Florida state law. It's a right here it says it's a Florida statute 810.02.
Interesting.
But you also
Yes.
can't half-ass anything when it comes to a school. That's how school shootings happen. You don't let people on campus. They're not supposed to be.
Yeah,
there,
not
they
only
don't
that,
get
but
there.
that is with everything that's happened the last 10 years or so. I mean, mm-mm. Yeah, that's almost as saying fire in a or something like that. It's
So,
considered probably the same offense.
m- so my question though is, how did she leave the premise and not get arrested right then and there? I don't get that. How? How do you?
Because Paul Blart was
So,
the security
so
officer in
when
charge.
so when does that work? Because every time I see that happen, they get shot or tased for just like not complying to officers and
I don't
keep
know if
Well,
the
walking.
I
officers
think
are
it's
really
because
involved.
most of the time when that happens, Patrick, it's the whoever the perpetrator is, they've been in the building long enough for the local police department or SWAT or whoever is going to take control to get there.
Oh, so the cops hadn't gotten there yet?
Well, I think one officer had gotten there probably because they'd called, but I guess because it wasn't as life threatening at least yet. No one said gun or was being held hostage. So I would assume they called the local police department. One cop car showed up, and he was probably inside the building walking with the security officer. They saw her leave. He then yelled, "Follow her! Hey, stop, stop!" She doesn't do anything, just keeps walking.
He still walked. It's not
You
like
don't
you
know
can
if
just
she walked or
walk right
ran, or
off
you
the.
don't know any of those things. But I'm also a little upset that it didn't say anything about the like the school going into lockdown or anything, because they should have.
Maybe it happened really quickly. I don't know.
Either way, you have somebody acting suspicious. You go into lockdown and or evacuate. You don't know, bomb or whatnot.
It's listen. It's a female.
Yeah,
Males
you know
can
what else
commit
is
violence
suspicious?
too.
Hey, y'all heard of what Chick-fil-A is facing right now, right?
Uh, they are facing people wanting them to open on Sunday.
Well, that's actually when I crave them the most, but that's not what the article states. They are actually facing a sauce shortage. It says that Chick-fil-A is limiting the number of sauces it's giving out to customers because of limited stock. Chick-fil-A said Wednesday that industry-wide supply chain issues, which are affecting essentially every aspect of the economy, has resulted in a shortage of select items that Chick-fil-A serves, including sauces. In response to this, Chick-fil-A is only giving customers one dipping sauce cup per item ordered at many of its 26,000 U.S. restaurants. They state, "We are actively working to make adjustments to solve this issue quickly and apologize to our guests for any inconvenience," they said in a statement on Wednesday. The chain
Wait,
said it's working to... What?
wait.
I already have a solution for them, but whatever. Nobody wants to
Uh,
hear it. They ain't ready for
nuggets.
that.
If I get the highest piece nuggets, you're telling me I get one sauce for that?
Yeah, well, it
This
says
is
right here,
this is
fast food
this is
restaurants...
no, this is criminal. I
Yeah,
can't eat an entire thing with one thing of sauce.
says fast food restaurants have been hit especially hard in recent months with both a labor shortage and supply chain issues. Thanks, Trump. For
I'm on.
example, ketchup
I'm on.
packets have come in short
Trump.
supply
Okay.
amid heightened demand. Heinz recently announced a 25%
Uh,
increase in production. It says the fried chicken wars are putting a strain on the poultry population. Major chains, including KFC, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Wingstop, are paying steep prices for chicken, and suppliers are having trouble keeping up demand because of difficulties attracting workers. Luckily
yeah.
for Chick-fil-A, the company says has not yet been affected by the chicken shortage.
Oh, the everything because they nobody wants to come to work because you can be unemployed and get paid more than working. Like, it's crazy.
But you can? Hang on,
Yeah,
I
and they
need to
just
quit real fast.
extended it. They just
Yeah,
extended it again, man.
y'all heard that wasn't
Biden's giving $300 to people on top of what the state's giving for unemployment. So,
wasn't it is
Thank
in
you, Father
LA?
Biden.
The
Father
Uncle Joe.
Biden's got us, man.
Uncle Joe.
I'm
Is that
actually about to quit my job so I can get unemployment. I'm just gonna
I'm
play
pretty
video
sure
games
in
every
Los
day.
Angeles they said that they're actually giving people $50 to come interview at McDonald's. I don't even think you have to get the job.
I'm
You just
gonna
come
go
and interview.
interview.
$50.
Guys, I'm going to Los Angeles. I'm gonna interview at a few McDonald's real quick.
Dude, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
been this way for a while, and it's a lot of
We're-
industries are in really big problem
We just
right
started.
Well,
now.
I saw on the
We
news
just
the other
started
day
a
that
sign-on bonus at our job.
there was a Spring Creek barbecue
I missed them.
locally. Yeah, locally they actually had to close because they couldn't hire enough people because no one wants to work. And I'm pretty sure everything inflation wise, food that they get and supplies and stuff has gone up.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy. Weird times, man. I've been telling people it's about to get bad. Nobody wants to listen to me. They're Mr. Optimistic, like, oh yeah, we've got it. I'm like, dude, yeah, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, so I'm not gonna say too much, but
yeah. Well, about the Chick-fil-A sauces though, I need a lot. I like the barbecue, and basically what I do is I order enough so I have one sauce per fry.
They have a barbecue sauce.
They have a barbecue sauce. It tastes delicious with my fries.
so basically what you're saying is you contributed to the shortage by asking for too much sauce.
When I
Interesting.
order fries,
Good to know.
I need one packet of sauce per fry because a
Per
fry
French
is
fry?
per French fry. Yes, well, waffle fry really because the waffle
What?
fry it's a delivery device of the sauce to my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a boat pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need one sauce packet per waffle fry. So
Well, they said one item, right? So I mean, one waffle fry, one sauce packet.
no.
Two waffle fries.
One pickle on the chicken sandwich.
One
thing.
individual waffle fry, Patrick. A single waffle fry, not a cup of waffle
First
fry.
off, no. Just stop. First off, there was no way you could actually fit an entire sauce packet onto one waffle fry. So please stop.
I've done it.
You easily could do that.
You do not know me at all,
I don't-
Patrick.
Unless you're doing multiple dips and sucking it off of the
You
waffle
just pour it
fry,
on top of
there
it.
is no way.
It's thick.
No,
It
it's not
is
possible.
it is a tool.
You are gross.
It is a tool.
God, that just makes me sick thinking about it. Taking one fry and scooping an entire thing of sauce into your mouth, like, guys, doesn't
Yeah.
that disturb you?
No, the fry is designed as a delivery tool for the sauce.
Yeah, I get that, and normally it is, but not on that massive amount of sauce level. That's
Bro,
like
Chick-fil-A sauces, they're good.
that's
are they
crazy.
good, or are they good, or have you bought into the internet hype and just like the placebo effect has made you decide that these are better than others because other people say they're better than others?
With the sauce or the fries.
Yes.
I'd argue that Chick-fil-A is one of the better fries.
I would argue against that. I mean, they're good, but no.
Okay, wait.
Maybe one of the better waffle fries, but they don't have shit on
What
any
fast
curly
food place
fry.
to serve waffle fries other than Chick-fil-A? Exactly.
I think you're worried about the wrong thing here.
I'm just
Okay,
saying
there's
curly
a
fries though.
highly important question that needs to be asked
Jack in the
right
Box and
now.
Arby's.
Yeah. Delicious.
If
And
they're
I'm pretty sure
running out of
California.
sauce, okay, if they're running out of sauce, are you following? There's no sauce or they're running out of it. It's
No
low.
sauce.
Okay. Does that mean that their chicken is going to get smaller? Because if they're not sauced up, the chickens aren't going to grow as strong. And if they're not as big, does that mean the nuggets are going
I'm
to
trying
get
to think.
smaller?
If I right click him, I can go down to mute, right?
You know what I'm saying?
No.
No?
Nobody wants to know what you're saying right now.
Because
Wait,
like,
are you referring to Pat? You like your chickens roided up?
yeah, like I thought that's what we were talking about, like the sauced up chicken. That's not what we're talking about.
So Patrick likes his chicken on steroids.
Like raging hormones in the chicken. Like you'll grow some man boobs from eating their chicken, right? Because
I like eating chickens that were killed in sex.
And what? Say that again?
Yeah, right. They taste better, right? Because they're all hormoned up. You take two chickens that are trying to repopulate the earth.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
Wow.
they are killed in the process of that. And so
You get them while they're happy.
I mean, you might actually have a unique perspective there if you could somehow kill them without them realizing that they're about to die. if you could get them at the happiest they've ever been,
But you got to
would
think,
their
though,
meat taste better?
I
Because
would like
you guys
to
are just
I
telling
would
me
like to
that
ruin
the
this
high
for you real
stress of
quick.
like killing a deer or whatever, if you
Yeah,
don't
we
kill it
talked about
correct,
that.
it'll
Yeah.
make it taste worse. So opposite of that is if you take extremely good care of them, and then all of a sudden you just like clunk on the back of the head, just knocked out dead.
That's what free range chickens are, you dummy.
They're having
Literally
sex
what
and
they
they get
are.
killed while they're
No,
having sex.
they're just living carefree lives and they taste better, quote unquote. It's also humane.
Yeah, but no, they still chop their necks off and everything like
Yeah, but
normal.
it's
like
still the same. It's the same type of thing though. Like they live a more nourished life, and versus like being raised in a little hen head and fed the cheapest stuff they can to just make them
dude,
big
humans
enough.
are so stupid.
But
I like
I
my
also would
chicken.
like to jump on your while having sex thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins are the only other mammal that has sex for pleasure, so really wouldn't matter.
True. That's actually true.
So what you're telling me is dolphins taste better if they're killed while having sex.
Yeah.
I did not say eat dolphins.
Yes.
I did not say that.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're getting somewhere with this train of thought,
No,
dude.
we don't eat the dolphins.
Dolphin fin soup?
Dolphins are you cannot eat.
They have a blowhole.
You cannot eat things that are smarter than you. Not allowed.
First off, dolphins
Against the
are
rules.
not smarter.
They're smarter
than me.
than you. I didn't say all humans. I just said you.
No, and I said they're not smarter than me.
Yeah, no, that's.
So.
But we'll have a memory game or something, and you against a dolphin. That'll be another episode. Patrick against a dolphin.
I'm pretty sure I'd win.
Would you?
I don't have the money to support any of these ideas, so if you guys want to support us, go ahead.
Oh, I actually happen to have a dolphin, so. Perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's so amazing. And where do you keep this said dolphin?
I keep him at SeaWorld.
Wow, you support SeaWorld?
I do support SeaWorld.
They abuse animals.
Not anymore. They used to. They have changed their ways.
Oh, wow, really? Cool. Awesome.
Y'all know that SeaWorld actually kind of transitioned into an amusement park.
I have not been to SeaWorld since
How do you make an amusement park out of something where you're trapping animals?
Okay, so
all right.
There is a YouTube channel called, I think, Defunct History. And
yes, I know where you're going with this, Seth. Just real quick before we go. Zoos are just as bad. Anyways, continue, Will.
All right, so there's a YouTube channel. I think it's called Defunct Land History or something similar to that. Essentially what they do is they break down like the worst rides or why something failed. And it's really cool because it's really in-depth. They talk about everything from, Nickelodeon to theme park attractions and that kind of thing. It's pretty cool. Anyways, they had talked about a ride, I guess, that premiered San Diego SeaWorld, I guess in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And they had said that the guy that had actually taken over, I think, as CEO at the time, at that time, that's when that movie, that documentary had come out.
Yeah.
And it was an incredible amount of backlash and, painted the entire company in a really negative light. So they tried to reimagine themselves. And so they started building like roller coasters and, rides and kind of transitioned out.
With all that money they made off of orca slavery? Yeah, okay, continue.
Yeah. And so that's kind of what SeaWorld is. They still have the attractions with the live animals. I think they've taken the focus off of animals and the amusement, I guess, that guests would get of viewing said animals, and have focused it more on actual rides and attractions, kind of like a Six Flags. So
You know what?
They're changing their ways.
Yeah.
They should make a blackfin roller coaster. I think that'd be cool.
With leftover parts of orcas?
Yes. And at the very bottom of like your biggest drop, they can have like a little baby orca like crying for its mom. Like, Mom.
At what point during the ride? At what point during the ride do you do the spear throw?
at the very end, like as it's stopping, so it like gives you that extra like "Ugh," you know what I'm saying? And then if you hit a target, they kill 2 orcas for you right
And
then
then
and
the
there.
so it's basically like, and then afterwards when you go to
Yes.
the gift shop,
Yeah. It's
they
like
will
if you
give
go to
you
China and you know like you have them kill a puppy so you can eat it. Like it's the same idea. Like you get that like masochistic like joy of watching like a little baby cute animal get killed.
yeah,
You know? Yeah.
I'm not touching that with orca
My
spear.
have you never really? My
No.
dad tells a great story of when he went to China the first time and he was with a business
Is
partner
this why Clifford the Big Red Dog's no longer on television?
and they went to some restaurant
You know
and
how
he
many
said
dishes you get to make out of Clifford? Like,
he said he was with this one of his coworkers was female and I guess they go to this restaurant and there's like all these puppies in the front window and there was like one that was like really cute and she was like, "Oh, it's so cute. Like it's such a cute puppy." And the person was like, "You like puppy?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah, so cute." And so they literally brought the puppy out and just like whacked it on the head right in front of her and killed it. And she was just like horrified. And yeah, it was
nice.
and he just was like, "Yeah, that's the culture over there. Like they don't even care, man, about little puppy dogs." And I was like, "That's crazy." I can only imagine.
Where do you
I think
draw the
people
line for food and pet?
Hey,
Hey, you know, I like my chicken 7-6. So
I've always said, dogs are dumb. So if you're that dumb, someday somebody's gonna be a predator and get you. Just happened to be that day was
You might want
not
to
their
watch
day.
your back, Patrick.
yeah,
Why? I
If
have
you're
a
that
cat
dumb,
watching over me
you said if
right
you're
now,
that dumb,
and
somebody's
she's
gonna kill you.
smart.
Be careful.
She's real
She's
smart.
probably gonna be the predator who turns on you.
No,
hey,
because
they're related to lions and cougars and
Mhm.
Lions and tigers and
pumas.
bears on my.
Yeah,
Yeah, and lions I could live with lions. I watched that show. If he can do
no,
it, I can do it. Okay?
You should
yeah,
give
you'd
that a
make it in
try.
half a day.
I would say record
Yeah.
it, but we wouldn't be able to post that. So,
Yeah,
What's his name? I can't think the Tiger King?
oh
What's the
God,
guy's name?
no, we're walking away from this conversation right now.
The hillbilly
Nope,
hick.
we're
Come
walking
on.
away.
Carol Baskins, yeah. And what's
That's
I
you
can't
just gotta
remember.
look at the teeth.
Tells you everything you need to know.
anyways.
Huh.
Before we fall down a rabbit hole of trash, I think it's a good place to stop.
Oh, really?
Yep, great place to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you murder your husband and then hide him in the field and never let anybody find
I'm
him,
about to hit this button.
or maybe they fed him to okay. I'm done.
Talking guys.
Imagine
episode
being married to a
54.
like. Okay, all right, all right, all right.
See you guys
I'm
next
sorry.
week.
No more.
Thank you so much, y'all, for tuning in for another episode of the Talking Guys. We'd like you to like, click, and subscribe. Um, as always, we appreciate the support and deuces.
Hey, Patrick.
You have a voice for radio.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. That's the
Have a
second
good-
person
have
this
a
week
good
that
one.
said that.